We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, w.r.f Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Family fun days are here. Now is the time for movie marathons, tasty treats, and outdoor fun. At Courts, we have the TVs, appliances, grills, pools, and more to make your home the place to be. Get it all today with no cash when you shop with Courts Ready Finance. Family fun days are on now. Get what you need at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends July 23rd. Conditions apply.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Alrighty, and we'd like to officially welcome one and all to another Mikey Live program. This is where it all happens. We are talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. How are you doing today, man? Let me fix up the call and thing. Yes, so we have a few things to tell you about on the program. First of all, we are hoping that you, your family, and everybody around you had a good day today. You know, sometimes it could be challenging, you know, sometimes it can get busy. Sometimes you meet people who are very unreasonable, and it makes your day a little harder than you wanted it to be. So we want to say hello to you, and it's going to be fine. That too shall pass. And for those of you who had a blast of a day today, we say hello to you. Likewise, those of you who are celebrating a birthday or an anniversary or some sort of milestone in your life or professional career, we say hello to you and we hope that it was awesome. Now let's get ready to get into the news. Let's talk about the headlines. So we're going to talk about some changes within the government ministries regarding the public, the permanent secretaries. That's right. Former union leader is victorious in a court ruling against the Public Service Commission. We'll talk to you about that. Very interesting. All right. The GFA president and the Minister of State with responsibility for youth and sports, they had a meeting. Because yesterday we were telling you that that they met with the Prime Minister. Now they met with the Minister. All right. And of course, we're looking good. The Pan American Health Organization warns regional manufacturers of vaccines to bolster pandemic preparedness in the Caribbean. All right. In Barbados, they are testing a man for monkeypox disease. I think getting close to home. You understand? Very, very, very close to home. And these things, and then once you hear it's over there, you have to start preparing. You know what I mean? You just have to. Yeah? Ah, boy. Anyway, so what we do, we take a quick break. I think it's what, a couple seconds. I think it's just one ad we have to play. And when we come back, it will be real news in Olilili Lolo. So share the business. Remember that someone sharing the business will receive some free credit. That's right. Somebody sharing the business tonight will be receiving some free credit, compliments, Digicel, and guess what? That person could be you. All right, reminding you the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts, Grenada Limited, Digicel, NAWASA, the Housing Authority of Grenada, and of course we've got superb distributors. Thank you. We'll be back.
Hey man, when we come online, you only juking up your phone.
Yeah boy, now what I say, they have an app. I can't find it. I check Play Store. I do a Google search. I can't find it. Man, I get fed up, man.
Nah man, because you look in the wrong place. The app is web-based.
Web-based?
Yes, you access it via your web browser, right? You can add it to your home screen or your desktop, like any regular app. Watch. Look, I have it on my phone, right? And you can access it or add it to any device, your computer, your tablet, any device.
Well, how am I doing that and I can't find it?
Okay, watch. All you have to do is open your browser, right? And type mobile.nawasa.gd. And voila, you see?
Hey, just so?
Yes, and you can download it or access it via the web. Once you have a reliable internet connection, right, you can run the app anywhere, anytime.
So, how I adding that to my home screen?
Right, so you click on those three dots, right, or your web browser setting, and look for the option to install app or add to home screen. Easy peasy.
Well, thank you. Now I could help Auntie June because she was having the same problem too.
The NAWASA app, versatile, fast-paced, and always up to date because it's web-based. So Auntie June won't always have to install update. Once a change is made to the app, it updates automatically, no hassle.
Well, that's a good thing.
Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion.
Awesome. And of course, we get started for tonight. We first feature, you know, a nice little news. Well, not necessarily news, ting, but of course, when little things happen in the community and people doing things, you know, we would like to recognize that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this young lady, her name is Bernier Forrester. And here's what, Forrester is on her way, okay? Her recent accomplishment, she will be representing Grenada as one of the youth ambassadors attending the U.S. Embassy Youth Ambassador Program in the United States. Yeah, so when we have nice little things that we have young stars who are doing little things and so we need to recognize them. So we would like to say congratulations to you. And you know, those little things does really boost these young stars there. Trust me, it does. So congratulations to you, right, young lady. We are moving on. Now the next thing that we have to tell you about we've been warning that our COVID-19 numbers are climbing, and so we would like to let you know that there's a variant out there that is very contagious, and you would want to guard against it. Okay, we are just around 180 something positive cases of COVID-19. All right, so COVID-19 is still here with us, and we would like you to please be guided accordingly. Yesterday we were telling you that in St. Lucia they have found that dread variant there, and it was detected in an individual who did not have any recent travel history. In other words, that is spreading on a community level in St. Lucia. Now that therefore means that it is very likely to get to our shows anytime soon. You understand? And so, yes, you've heard so much and you're tired and you're weary of hearing about COVID, but COVID-19 is still there. You know, sometimes we think about how the COVID-19 affects us in terms of how sick we get. But I would like to let you know that there are other ways that COVID-19 can and will affect your family that probably you didn't anticipate. So it's not only about how sick COVID-19 makes you, but how does it affect your life and your day-to-day interaction. My family had a rough time dealing with COVID-19. Yes, we were not very sick, but the fact that we were COVID-19 positive created a serious problem. My 2-year-old, almost 3 years in a couple of weeks, contracted the virus, and he was mounting some serious temperatures. Survived it, but here's what. Rena was pregnant. And you know what happened? Rena went into labor, being COVID-19 positive. What did that mean? I had to be supporting her at the hospital, but who's going to take care of our 3-year-old son, 2-year-old son, almost 3-year-old son when I visit the hospital? So that was a serious problem. And not only that, imagine giving birth while COVID-19 positive. What's going to happen to your newborn baby? You cannot interact with your newborn baby as you would like to. And then the hospital, they're going to throw you into an isolation room. Yes. So they're going to throw you into an isolation room, and you are going to be there with your baby. And because there's a thin line between professionalism and being cautious and being scornful, you would find that your life is going to be a living hell. So you would find that those who don't understand fully what their role is in the healthcare industry are willing to risk the life of a newborn baby because they are concerned about contracting COVID-19. You see what I'm saying? So in order to protect themselves or to minimize risk as a nurse or a doctor from contracting COVID-19, they are willing to put the baby at risk. Yeah. And that baby now ends up, well, I don't know. Turns out the baby is sick. You understand? And that interaction between mom and the baby just cannot happen as it should. And that's just one scenario. And there are so many other scenarios that can present itself to make things hard for your family. So going back to the point that COVID-19 can affect you in so many other ways other than making you very sick. Yes, you're tired, but nah, boy. Folks, I have a story to tell you about our experience at the General Hospital in Grenada. I'm just giving it some time because I need to be in the right space, in the right place. Make sure that you're calm, cool, and collective when you're speaking of your experience. You see, I don't want to be angry when I talk about my family's experience at the General Hospital. I want to be fair. You understand? And calm. So I guarantee you maybe not tonight, but some night I will tell you what the experience was like for the past week and some at the General Hospital for my family. You understand? So you don't want COVID and you don't want to get sick to go in the hospital. Point blank. You understand? The other day I went to the hospital. On my first day of COVID, I got really sick. Casualty. Emergency room, I end up in the emergency room. Really sick. First day of COVID. That's the day after election. Listen, the service rendered by the people in the casualty department, never seen that anywhere. Like, yo, I felt like I was in a hotel. I felt like I was in a hotel, people. You understand? Spice in, you know. Spice in. The only thing I didn't get is coffee. You understand? The only thing I didn't get a cup of coffee. The people were so thorough, so professional. In the casualty department. You understand? And I was COVID positive. Them people were so diligent. In the casualty, I said, and people don't run them out to about the hospital. And they're running all them out of the hospital. Them people, let me tell you, these people were bang on target. When they're with my doctor, they allow the doctor to stay with me and they converse with the doctor. You know? Yeah. They were very, very, very professional. That was that experience. And then, a few days later, no, on the ward, my family ends up there, Rena and the baby. Rena goes to give birth. That was another story. We go talk about that another time. I need to be in a good place to talk about that. I need to be fair. You understand? So I want to be in a good place. I don't want to be angry or anything when I'm talking about that. I don't even want to be hungry. You understand? There's been some changes in the with regards to the permanent secretaries in the ministry and so on, and a lot of people and they're talking about that. You know, they're talking about that. So you could check that out. In fact, I wonder, did we post something on that? I believe Irina, I think we posted something like that on our page. But for those of you who have not seen it, the text is really small, so forgive me, right? So here are some of the changes. Ms. Anna Isaac, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for Community Development and Housing, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Mrs. Veronica Charles, the Permanent Secretary acting with responsibility for Social Development and Gender Affairs. Ms. Anna Brazan, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Legal Affairs, Labor and Consumer Affairs. Ms. Carvel Lett, Permanent Secretary acting with responsibility for National Security, Home Affairs, Information and Disaster Management, Ministry of National Security, Home Affairs, Public Administration, Information and Disaster Management. Mrs. Lindona Hilaire Marshall, Permanent Secretary acting with responsibility for Public Administration, Ministry of National Security, Home Affairs, Public Administration, Information and Disaster Management. Mrs. Marina Jessame, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy. Now, Ms. Desiree Stephen, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for General and Health Ministry, for the General and Health Ministry, General and Health Administration, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs. Ms. Naomi Jeremiah as the Permanent Secretary with responsibility for strategic and operational management of the general and subsidiary hospitals, and Mongay Psychiatric Hospital and the Richmond Home and the Community Health Services, Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs. And then there's Mrs. Roxy McLeish Hutchinson, Permanent Secretary, Acting, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development. And there's also Miss Kim Frederick, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for economic development, planning, tourism, civil, creative economy. So. We had to go faster. Mr. Finley Jeffrey, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for ICT. Mr. Michael Stephen, Permanent, was one name when the men go was going to come, you know. All right. Mr. Michael Stephen, Permanent Secretary with Ministry of Infrastructure and Physical Development. Mr. Devan Williams, and that is the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Carriacou and Pidimantnik Affairs and Local Government. Ms. Perron Johnson, and that is Permanent Secretary, Acting, Ministry of Mobilization, and they say, I think that's a new ministry, all right. And then Mr. Norman Gilbert, Permanent Secretary, with Acting with responsibility for youth, sports and culture, etc. Mr. Finley Jeffrey, Permanent Secretary, Acting with responsibility for education, Ministry of Education. And Mr. Alva Brown, and that's Permanent Secretary with responsibility for agriculture and lands, etc. Miss Jacinta Joseph, Chief Personnel Officer, Office of the Public Service Commission. So these are the changes with regards to the the government ministries and permanent secretaries and so on and so forth. And yesterday we were telling you that the GFA, they met with the Prime Minister, and today what we can tell you is that the GFA, they met with the Ministry of Sports and so on. You know, they met with the Minister, they met with the Runway head and Mr. Norman Gilbert and so on. Right? So yeah, and they're discussing several things. You know, the development of football and etc. You know what I mean? So yeah. What else we have to tell all you? Moving, we are a little behind time, so we have to move a little faster. All right, the next thing that we have to tell you about was that there was a series of staff engagement. Minister of State with responsibility for youth, sports and culture, Ron Redhead, Permanent Secretary within the Ministry of, within that same ministry, Mr. Norman Gilbert, on Wednesday, they met with some of the youth mentors and associates and staff at the Grenada Youth and Cultural Center. And you know, they were talking a lot about it, a lot way forward, development and so. You know what? There's a different feeling and vibe that you get now that you're seeing people that you, is like, I know Ron, you know, being there fighting for a little thing, you know, and then Ron is minister, you know. And you can relate to Ron and so on. I feel like, yo, I feel really happy for some of those young stars who are now in government positions who have been given an opportunity to serve the people, you know. So I just thought I should say that, you know. So big up to the guys, man. Big up Ron. Big up Ron. Wagwan dad. All right, and Mr. Gilbert, Norman Gilbert as well. You know, yeah, young men. You know, young men. I like to see young men in those kind of positions. You know what I mean. We say so many things about young men, and then you know, when they make it, we just make it seem like it's normal. It's not normal. You understand? When you're a young man and you make it, yo, that's difficult. You understand? It's difficult. You have a lot of elements to deal with. You understand? So yeah, you know, like it or not, you know, we have to put aside all political differences and so, and just respect what you see in front of you. Simple. Respect what you see in front of you. Nobody asking you for your opinion. You understand? Good. We're moving on. Mikey, nobody asking for yours either. The July 1st, 2022 ruling handed down by Justice Ralston Glasgow in the matter between Rachel Roberts versus the Public Service Commission specifically dealt with the power of the Public Service Commission in transferring and appointing public servants. We're telling you in the headlines. We'll tell you about it. That the former union leader has won a court case against the Public Service Commission. Now that case, that ruling, went in favor of Rachel Roberts, past president of the Public Workers Union. It had to do with her removal as a senior administrative officer in the Ministry of Health in in January of 2019, without any duties assigned to her, relocated in the Kaipo building, where she has been since. Now, our attorney at law at Justice Chambers, Benjamin Hood, he represented her in that matter.
The court highlighted that the role of the Public Service Commission is not to do things on a whim, but to act, as I said before, as an insulator to protect one of the main assets of the government, of the state, the public workers, from outside interference. And we're not saying outside interference can only be, as most people interpret it, as political, but it can be interference based on anything that's outside of the scope of a public worker's duties. That if tomorrow the chief personnel officer is changed, that my status will not be affected. So you're giving a level of certainty by the Public Service Commission. And the court held in this case that just to move Ms. Roberts, to put her in a post in Kaipo with no assigned duties, sitting on a desk, doing absolutely nothing, and to excuse it by, yes, she's getting paid her same money, it was a breach of a constitutional right to be protected by the Public Service Commission itself.
Rachel, and you complain? Rachel, how's your mind? Rachel, how's your mind? You gonna complain? I mean, you win the case, but you're gonna get work to do. But how they could do that? Well, I'll have to stop that. You understand? So, the ruling handed down by Justice Glasgow treats Roberts' transfer as null and void, and her legal team gives the Public Service Commission up until the end of this week to honor the judgment.
So as of the date of the judgment, which was the 1st of July 2022, she's deemed to be moved, or it was deemed that she was never actually moved. And the action of her being moved physically or via letter by the PSC was unconstitutional. So as of that date, she holds and ought to hold the post of SAO in the Ministry of Education until she is properly moved in accordance to the Constitution. The judgment has been passed. We have yet to engage a Public Service Commission as on the way forward based on the judgment. Out of good faith, we expected that as a given of the judgment. The oral judgment was given on the 1st of July. The written judgment was given the week after, I believe, on the 5th of July. That as of that date, the Public Service Commission ought to have done which was right. The court also awarded compensatory damages to Ms. Roberts, which has not been paid as yet, but we just assume out of good faith and out of good practice in the Public Service Commission going forward, these things ought to have been done.
Thank you, sir. Well, Rachel, again, I'll stick you into it. I'll see you next time we go talk. What I'm saying, you have a whole opportunity, Rachel. Yeah, I'm play a little Scrabble. Yeah, a little Farmville. Get a little thing on the side, say some tambour ball. Yeah, son, you gonna talk. Yeah, I mean, well, you win the case now, and then the ting. Oh, no. But that's a serious matter. On a serious note, that's a serious matter. Because it affected her. It affected her in ways more than one. And then she speaks about how she felt about the unconstitutional move by the Public Service Commission.
It had a sense of dehumanization for me, in the sense that you really feel demotivated, you feel victimized, you feel that you really no longer valued and appreciated for the work, the contribution that you make to the public service and to nation building. And this judgment is one that would ensure that no public officer is ever treated in this manner again.
No.
Thank you very much, Rachel. All right, now the Attorney Hood says that the legal matter is not important to only Roberts, but the public officers in a similar situation.
No, well, we believe that this ruling from the court empowers public workers, that they could speak out against unconstitutional actions that go against them in the public service on a whole. Because, as I said before, the Public Service Commission is supposed to be the means by which a public officer who is appointed to a post in the public service to feel safe and insulated from other influence. Now, if they are treated unconstitutionally, they should feel free to go to the court and say, look, I have been transferred to the means which is against the Constitution and I need to seek redress.
All right, I don't know, tonight is the night for the men, you know. Well-spoken attorney, you understand? Well-spoken, I've never met him before. You know, I'd like to hear your story, panel. Let me talk now. Let me talk. We'll do an interview with you. Yeah, something I've never seen, you know. I've heard much about the attorney, but you know what I mean? You win a case, a big one. Yeah, understand? You set a precedent. We had to talk, your name go down in the history. Yeah, someone saying, boss. Yeah. Only the young men, you know, the young men and them shining these days, dog. Well, not these days, but in general, shining. So, let me ask you a question, you know, that is news discussed not told. If we was racially talking, alright, yes or no, by show of hands, if you were in Rachel's position, would you have spoken up with me? If it's me, oh God. Alright, let me go. Next story, I don't talk. Let me leave that here. I just find that different. I want funny. Because if it's me, I tell you, watching a trending on social media. You understand? A trending. Let me leave that talk. So, the director of the Pan-American Health Organization, the PAHO, Dr. Carissa Etienne, on Wednesday, warned that the Omicron, the sub-lineage, drive a new wave of COVID-19 infections and cases of the monkeypox virus continues to rise. Countries should work together, she says, to meet the growing demand for vaccines, medicines, and other health equipment in the region. And that is important. You understand? Hey, although answer the question already, I say yes or no, put up all the hand if you're talking. You understand? Now, she told the weekly PAHO news conference that the emergence of the Omicron BA4 and BA5 variants is yet another reminder that the virus keeps evolving every time it is transmitted, and that we must remain vigilant. And that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't think that we are there mentally as a people. We see COVID as COVID. It's not bad. Some people say they don't afraid it again. But then ever so often you have these variants coming up that are even more transmissible, and in some cases deadly. You understand? So in this case, they're saying that we should come together as a people, as a region, to tackle this thing. You understand? All these viruses and so on that are popping up that threatens our health. We have to start looking at ways to deal with that. Life as we know it is changing and changing rapidly, because we have all these things on the side to the health issue. Then we have the economy. Look at what's happening to the euro. Look at what's happening with the value of the money. You understand? Inflation. You understand? Inflation, we might just not hear about a recession, a dread one, war, Ukraine and Russia. You understand? Affect the whole world. Anyway, I leave that talk here. Papa, how are we looking for time? Just find me, we time moving too fast, you know. I just start to have fun with all the Barbados health authorities. They're investigating a possible case of the monkeypox disease. You see what I'm telling all you? You understand? It says, I am aware of the case. We help people there. I'm aware of the case and we are doing all the testing that is necessary. Appropriate samples have been taken. There is no travel history and the patient has been placed in isolation out of an abundance of caution. So if there's no travel history and they're saying that they are seeing that, they are seeing that. The difference in this monkeypox outbreak is that they are seeing these cases in people who have no travel history. Let me leave that talk. Dale, how you doing? Allah, wagwan. You good? I don't see you in a while. Since you get big thing. Since you get big in society. I don't see you on Mikey live. Allah talking to. You know what I mean? The PAHO International Airport, we're moving on. Like Trinidad now, boy. Yeah, time I end up in Trinidad. Where I was going, I come out somewhere. I end up in Trinidad, boy. They are in PAHO. I had to overnight at the airport because it didn't make sense based on what time my flight was. People and, you know, watch now, why shake like a leaf, you know? Watch that. Yo, when the AC trip on it, watch now, when the AC come on, you know, when the AC come on, you know, make a little song, when they grab you back and run. Watch now, your wife sleeping somewhere. And I mean, I'm afraid. I tell you, I'm afraid, my friend. Any little song. Yeah, I tie me bag on me waist, so you know the bag was all like a thing on it. You jack your bag and tight on me front, so I say, yeah, I mean, yeah, draw the string. Yeah, so I say anything, then he's roading on dog, road. So at the PAHO International Airport, it was forced to suspend the runway operations just after 7 o'clock this morning. Because they say a dog run loose on the runway, and a dog. I don't know when they have pattern on a runway is mass. You understand? They say why they try. They say that several flights, you know, several flights were grounded as a result of the runway closure. Eh? Including flights, that's serious business now. Including flights from Tobago, from the United States and Vincent and the Grenadines, Jamaica. The dog make history, you know. Hold up a whole airport. A dog. A pattern. You see, but you have some international this and international that. Yeah, I mean, so you have to treat the dog in a kind of politically correct way. Yeah, understand? They never give the dog a hero kind of thing and to get the dog. Yeah. Anyway, lady, that dog. Yeah, understand? Yes, boy. I go Trinidad. I say I'm gonna, you know, I might go in a little bar. Yeah, so I say take a little drink close to the hotel. Watch now. I tell you, your boy sweating. Your boy sweat. I take out everything. I take out all ring, all chain, watch, everything, glasses, everything of value. And I go there with a white jersey. Yeah, that white jersey and like a slacks. I say I don't know so. And because know when you are visitor, listen, them boy and them is pro. They don't know when you are visiting. Somehow they profile you. Yeah, I say I don't go down so dog. Tell you, I say when I'm there at the airport, I like a song. I tell you, it's rude. Every 3 minutes I get up watching a diarrhea. Diarrhea. I'm afraid I'm telling all this story. No, I never tell nobody that story before. I tell you. Anyway, I tell you. First and of us. When I say flight to Grenada leaves in 1 hour, I say yes. All right, so what else we have for you? So I want to tell you, maybe not tonight, but I'm just giving a heads up that
the whole hospital issue, you know, we want to do everything, and probably we would mount a like a team of persons who would volunteer our services to the general hospital in whatever way that they would need it, you know, and things like that. Because the experience that we have had there last week, and it was like hell and heaven. You have nurses who are so well trained and knowledgeable and just knows how to handle every situation. And you're like, wow, this is so great. And then on the other end, when they turn it back, another set, you wonder when they come out. So you got the best and the worst. So then what do? Do you go there and say, oh, it's just hard to listen. I just saying I don't want to start. Let me just start it. I don't start it. We go talk about it. We have to do that separate life. A whole separate life. And the gist of it will be what we experience as a family at the general hospital. Olio, I want to take a quick break and come back. Oh, we say we're getting volunteers already, you see? Yes, I telling all of that because I felt like we could do this as Grenadians. We could do this, you know. A lot of us have time and expertise, and you know, we could see how we could help in areas where there are deficits. Volunteer our time and services. You understand? In whatever way. We could speak to the authorities and find out where we can serve. Where we can serve. We have retired people who knows how to do certain things, and an hour a day, 2 hours a day. You understand? So, yeah. So, let me take a break and come back here, Papa. We have coming up the national report, and we have the weather. In case you're wondering, this is Mikey Live. It's news discussed, not told. We'll be back.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at here, basically a whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they helped us.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Family fun days are here. Now is the time for movie marathons, tasty treats, and outdoor fun. At Courts, we have the TVs, appliances, grills, pools, and more to make your home the place to be. Get it all today with no cash when you shop with Courts Ready Finance. Family fun days are on now. Get what you need at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends July 23rd. Conditions apply.
Hey man, when we come online, you only juking up your phone.
Yeah boy, now as I say, they have an app. I can't find it. I check Play Store. I do a Google search. I can't find it. Man, I get fed up, man.
Nah man, because you look in the wrong place. The app is web-based.
Web-based?
Yes, you access it via your web browser, right? You can add it to your home screen or your desktop, like any regular app. Watch. Look, I have it on my phone. Right? And you can access it or add it to any device, your computer, your tablet, any device.
Well, how are doing that and I can't find it?
Okay, watch. All you have to do is open your browser, right? And type mobile.nawasa.gd. And voila, you see?
Hey, just so?
Yes, and you can download it or access it via the web. Once you have a reliable internet connection, right? You can run the app anywhere, anytime.
So, how I adding that to my home screen?
Right, so you click on those three dots, right, or your web browser setting, and look for the option to install app or add to home screen. Easy peasy.
Well, thank you. Now I could help Auntie June because she was having the same problem too.
The Nawasa app, versatile, fast-paced, and always up to date because it's web-based. So Auntie June won't always have to install update. Once a change is made to the app, it updates automatically, no hassle.
Well, that's a good thing.
Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
I want to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Spice Mass is back! And Grenada Distillers Limited wants you to win big with its bottleneck promotion. With every purchase of pure white or special dark, you are automatically entered for a chance to win. Win tickets to Soca Mona. Win free costumes. Win bottles of Clack Scott rum. Grenada's #1. Win cold hard cash and more. Simply write your name, address, and contact details at the back of this bottleneck and insert in the boxes at participating outlets and the Clack Scott sales vans. Win big for Spice Mass with Clack Scott, Grenada's #1 rum.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PTINR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo's supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip the line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
New implementation and transformation ministry to address backlog and project deficit. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Wednesday, July 13th, I am Rikisha St. Louis. The establishment of the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, headed by the Honorable Andy Williams, will address the challenges of implementation deficit. That assurance from Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, who is concerned that the sword is often turned on projects that never materialize. He added that there are currently several projects in the pipeline that government will work to get off the ground as soon as possible. During the government's post-cabinet press briefing on Tuesday, the Prime Minister said a few projects have already been identified.
The purpose of that ministry essentially is to make sure that the implementation deficit, which I think we all accept as citizens exist in our government, is addressed, particularly as it relates to project implementation. So we're in the process of essentially creating the ministry, staffing the ministry, having it resourced so that the ministry could really go to work to make sure that we can implement the projects. Based on the transition briefings we've received from our various ministries, there are several projects in the pipeline, and we want to make sure that we do everything in our power to make sure that these projects in fact come to fruition. So that's one of the main driving reasons for ensuring that we create that ministry.
The development of the livestock industry in Carriacou is a key focus area as government works on plans to enhance the country's agriculture sector. Minister for Agriculture Senator the Honorable Adrian Thomas led a delegation to the sister isle of Carriacou on Tuesday to discuss the way forward for agriculture and the livestock industry on the island. The industry in Carriacou, which includes the rearing of animals for labor, meat, eggs, or milk has been diminishing as little emphasis was said to be placed on its growth and development. Minister Thomas explained that more investment will be made in the expansion of the black belly sheep production.
Carrico and Peter Martin is high on the agenda, especially for the production of meat. Protein is a very important part of our diet, and if Carrico could provide that opportunity for us, then we have to utilize it. The black belly sheep, we want to develop that aspect of the agricultural sector in Carrico. We also want to look at honeybees production, and obviously Carrico is doing very well in the production of farine, and we want to build on that industry. So whatever they have in Carrico, we want to build on that.
Carrico has been without an abattoir for many years, and setting up one, according to the minister, will form part of the livestock project that is being developed.
When we start thinking of agriculture, if we want to develop any aspect of it, our thought is to think about the seed, like let's say the tomato seed. Think about the seed to the packet of ketchup. So we want to go in its entirety. If we're thinking about producing black belly sheep, this has to be a very important aspect of it. We are not here to plan any project for a year or two. We are here to plan projects for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and go big. So at some point in time, we will have to address that. But initially, we are focusing on getting the black belly sheep going.
Minister for Carrico and Peter Martinic Affairs, Honorable Tevin Andrews, says he is expecting greater collaboration between his ministry and the Ministry of Agriculture.
For us in Carrico is seeing how we can improve the livestock sector in Carrico and Peter Martinic and take advantage of that sector, because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Agriculture in a whole, but of course livestock. And you would know in the past, Limley being the main livestock center, produced high quality breed of sheep, goat, cow, pigs, you name it. They had it. And we want to start back that process by revitalizing the livestock center and of course bring it back to its former glory and even better. And so that's what the focus has been is about. And of course you see the Minister for Agriculture, we are so serious about improving the agriculture sector in Carrico, and Peter Martinic is one of the first ministers to come to visit Carrico, and Peter Martinic is the Minister for Agriculture. So we're not just talking the importance of agriculture being an important pillar of the economy, but we are demonstrating it by this visit.
The team, which included Senior Agricultural Officer Lauren St. Louis and Chief Veterinary Officer Dr. Kimond Cummins, visited several farms in Dumfries, Bel Air, and Limley. Continuing the news, government says no fees will be applied to its school books and tablet program for the upcoming school year. Parents of students in primary and secondary schools with interest in the book program are required to contribute $25 annually to obtain the books. Students already registered under the book program were given a discount of $25 on the tablet, which cost $50 annually. Minister for Education, Senator the Honorable David Andrew, says removal of fees for the upcoming school year is part of government's initiative to make education free and accessible from the primary to tertiary level. He was speaking during the government's first post-cabinet press briefing following the June 23rd general election.
Those programs continue, only that there'll be no charge associated with them, not even the $25 charge. So all of that, in case you're wondering, with all of the normal sign-ups and everything that formally obtained, all of those continue, the tablets and the book program, in case you're wondering. But let me just beg your patience. Now, in this transitionary period, I want to implore all stakeholders, parents, ministry officials, educators, principals, teachers. This is a work in motion. We are working towards providing free education to all our students up to tertiary level. And at any point of its implementation, you are going to have kinks, because the real effect of this cannot be analyzed before it hits the ground, in the experience of some countries that have gone there before. So we beg your patience as we work consistently and diligently with our stakeholders to ensure that there's a smooth transition to doing exactly that and ensuring that free education gets accessible and accessed by all our students across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
One of the region's biggest cultural events returns.
Let's go sail it, Carnival now.
CRF, the Carriacou Regatta Festival 2022, July 22nd to August 1st. Keeping the tradition alive while adjusting to the new normal. Be part of the experience with the grand launch on Friday, July 22nd. Live band music, awesome entertainment at the tennis court. Thursday, July 28th, the Regatta Night Cruise. Shades of Blue. Friday the 29th, we head to Windward for the trial races, yacht race, and the big night welcome party. Saturday 30th July, it's the Round the Island boat race and Blackout, the Soca edition, Hillsborough Tennis Court. Sunday the 31st, boat races, on-show activities, live band at the Esplanade. Then on Monday, it all culminates with the final boat races, on-show activities, donkey race, and greasy pole. Prize giving and the closing ceremony with live band and entertainment at the Esplanade. CRF Carriacou Regatta Festival 2022. Sail by day, party by night. For more info, explore Carriacou and Petit Martinique YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook page, or contact any member of the committee.
Welcome back. Former West Indies cricket captain and legendary cricketer Sir Vivian Richards has given his commitment to revive primary school cricket in Grenada. Foreign Affairs Minister Honorable Joseph Andal said a discussion was held with the former international player on the sidelines of the recently concluded CARICOM Heads of Government Summit in Suriname. He said Sir Viv will re-establish the initiative initially in St. Patrick, then moved to other parishes. There are more than 5 primary schools in the historic parish.
Sir Vivian Richards, who has given his commitment to work with us for the re-establishment of primary schools cricket, initially in St. Patrick and then eventually throughout Grenada. So there will be further engagements with Sir Viv so that we can get that off and running.
Finally in the news, Prime Minister and Disaster Management Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell says government will seek to address urgently the strengthening and capacity building of disaster management in the country. An approaching tropical storm on June 27th resulted in flooding and landslide in Grenada. A tropical storm warning that was in effect was eventually discontinued. In events like these, Prime Minister Mitchell said it will be crucial to ensure that preparedness and vigilance among the population continue to be prioritized. Government will also ensure that shelters are identified in various communities and accessible to the population in the event of a natural disaster.
We've already been impacted by at least one storm warning and some flooding and some land slippage. So NADMA, as well as the National Emergency Advisory Council, is fully functioning. I've actually had one meeting already with the National Emergency Advisory Council as we had prepared for the impending tropical storm that we faced earlier. So certainly it is something that we'll be giving attention to, in addition with our regional partners like CDEMA. And so it's one of the things that I just want to flag early, that as a nation we need to prepare for, and the government will certainly continue to be vigilant and continue to ensure that our citizens take the hurricane season seriously and that we're prepared for it.
That story just ended the National Report for Wednesday, July 13th, recapping the top story. New implementation and transformation ministry to address backlog and project deficit. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rikisha St. Louis.
Thank you, Rikisha, and the rest of the GIS News team. Now we're taking a look at the weather. We can tell you, as submitted by the Met Office, the weather is going to be partly cloudy and windy, increasing in cloudiness by midnight with light to moderate showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius, winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 13 to 23 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to slightly rough with waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory is in effect. And taking a look at the weather for tomorrow, God's willing, that is Thursday, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, hazy and windy, with brief, light, isolated daytime showers increasing in cloudiness overnight with light to moderate showers. Maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius, minimum 24. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate to slightly rough with waves 5 to 7 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. A small craft advisory is in effect. And that's the weather report for tonight, and of course the forecast for tomorrow, God's willing. Taking the time to say hello to the folks who are currently on YouTube. We see that we have quite a bit of you there. We want to say hello to you. Okay, so Jane and Suzanne and Glenora, Fitzroy, and the rest of the people who are there, we want to say hello to you. Taking a look at those of you who are currently on Facebook, those of you who are sharing, we say hello to you. The sharers, hello to EC Emily, Athlin, Juan Lewis, what's going on? Joyous, Shireen and Kireen, and Michelle. So we have 2 Michelles. And then we have Cynthia, we have Teresa, and then we have Veronica Della, and Teresa again, Javar, Sharon, Celine and Bermuda, Angel and Vicky, Adonna and Eunice, Marilyn. So Hannah is also there with us. So hi Hannah, and Salian. How are you doing, Salian? And all the sharers, those of you who are actively sharing the program, of course, giving others an opportunity to see that we are live. Well, hello to you. Shireen just shared, Kireen shared moments ago. C. Roy, hello to you. We see that you just became a follower to our page. Joanne, hello to you. Thank you for sharing. Winston has shared as well. Blessings to Winston and Ronnie, Catherine and Nicolette, Doris. Doris shared. Martha shared. Who else? Princess, Rachel, Quanner, and Joan and Julia, Sandra, Bermuda, and Talisha, Lucy, and Ansha, Lintona, Rena, and everyone else who have shared. Hello to you, all right, and thank you for so doing. Rodney, we see that Rodney has just shared, so blessings to you, Rodney, all right? Right, so guys, take care. Sharon Rush, I see that you're there. Yes, Shirin, I see that you've shared as well. So blessings to everyone, and may God bless you and your family. Let's go. We do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we all say Ja. No. Blessings, and take care of yourself and your family. We'll touch base again tomorrow, God's willing.